Hello and welcome back to the Cloud Chalet, where today we're going to have a chat about databases. Grant, Tom, you okay, guys?
Yeah, doing very well, thank you. Yep.
Very good. So look, database sprawl, we hear quite a lot about it now. It's becoming an issue. What are the negative consequences of database sprawl getting out of control?
Yeah, really those two words describe it really nicely, don't they? Sprawl and out of control. You generally, if we look at these snowballs, for instance, and we start with one snowball, that's absolutely fine, I can control it. And they've got two snowballs. Well, still
Are you going to juggle,
that.
Grant, by any
no,
chance?
I'm not as skilled as Tom. It comes with my age.
Okay.
But the fact is that as I add more and more instances of that database, I'm not able to control exactly where they are. And then if Tom grabbed a few snowballs, an example of databases in yourselves, and I didn't know you had them, and we had a snowball fight, well, when I run out of databases, snowballs, you guys may have a few more in your pocket, so to speak. Well, you wouldn't take them out really, but you may have them in your pocket. And to that point, that's that whole thing that the lack of control means I'm not able to fully understand where those databases are. I can create it, it's running our production instances, but then one of my database administrators comes along and thinks, oh, I know, I'll make a little change to this, clones it off, calls it something else that is not managed by myself, not backed up potentially or something like that.
And I think that's one of the biggest issues, right? You end up with this set of databases where they're all configured slightly differently. They're a nightmare to keep up to date because, again, they may be running different versions of whether it's Oracle, SQL, etc. And kind of trying to put your arms around them and say, right, we need to kind of fix these vulnerabilities or get this set updated makes it very, very complicated to do so.
Yeah, and to give you another example, you've got pictures of your kids on your phone, I take it. But you never delete those pictures, do you? No. And that's an example of even when we keep files in our My Documents folder, we never delete it, we're worried about deleting stuff. Administrators, exactly the same. Right. Clone that database off, and never delete it because, well, I'm not confident it's the right database to delete, and so on. Really around.
So management is a challenge with sprawl, right?
Absolutely.
So what about performance? So 1 in 3 CIOs will complain about the performance of their databases. Why fix that through software? Why not just buy a bunch of new hardware and throw that at the issue?
Yeah.
Well, so, I mean, there's only so much hardware you can throw at a problem, okay? And also, which hardware do you throw at it? Do you throw more storage at it? Do you throw more memory at it? Do you throw more compute at it? And trying to nail down exactly which of those elements it is that's causing you the problem can be extremely difficult. And I mean, it could be the network. It's always the network. But how?
Sorry, network admins.
How do you know which piece of the puzzle you need to kind of fix? Whereas from a software perspective, and I know we've talked about it in almost every one of the videos we've done, that scalability, that building block approach, and that scale out architecture alleviates having the bottlenecks because you're adding that new compute, new storage, new memory every time that you're adding another box.
Okay, so you're going, I get that, you're going into Nutanix there. So Grant, expand on that. How does Nutanix help with this issue?
Yeah, so I was going to roll it back a little bit there because you both talked about hardware and then the software side of things. And database administrators, traditionally, they know it works, although the CIO may be going, oh, it's not fast or performance because it grows in size and needs more, consumes more resource. And database administrators traditionally have always gone, we can't virtualize this because we've got monolithic servers, we run it on the bare metal side of things, we get the best possible performance. Yet we know that you can virtualize it. You can absolutely get the best possible
even
performance.
Oracle?
Yeah, even Oracle. Yeah, even Oracle. You can certainly virtualize that. When you look at really big organizations, they really are virtualizing those databases to get the performance from it and the scalability. So if a big organization can do it, the little organizations can do it as well, the smaller organization. As to what we can do as Nutanix, well, we've got the platform that will give you the best possible performance around that. We've spoken or mentioned a couple of times potentially about the data locality, how we're writing data always to a performant disk. We're accessing the memory on that particular node, that server itself, to give you the best performance. And then we have a product that allows you to understand the sprawl of those databases, okay? Really ensuring that it's easy to deploy, easy to clone off as well, and giving you a point-of-time reference to refer back to it or re-roll it back if needed.
And that cloning element is really important because it's that I have my golden image and I know every time I add another database, it's an exact replica of all of my security fixes, all of my patches, all of my updates, whatever it may be.
predictability there.
Exactly that, yes.
And efficiency when it comes to the storage.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to keep scaling out a database of a couple of terabytes at a time. Therefore, it's 2 terabytes today, this one database, and this other database, another 2 terabytes as I copy it. The cloning efficiency of the Nutanix platform means that it's only the delta changes.
Yeah.
So if it's 2 terabytes and I clone it and it's exactly the same, well, we've got the efficiency of 2 terabytes. When I make changes to it, then it's only incremental changes, the delta changes of the same cost there.
Cool, interesting. Thanks, chaps. Thanks again for joining us here in the Cloud Chalet. We hope you enjoyed this discussion around databases. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
We'll see you again next time.